Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, you guys, I'm super excited because Aina dropped a video for us dry skin girls. When I say I am all the way here for it, I was pretty much like, hold up, like, does it say dry skin? Like, she's gonna teach me how to pretty much get my skin to be like A11. So I was pretty much here for it, and I kind of figured I would pretty much just kind of sit down with you guys and just recreate what she did. I'm not going to use the exact same products because I don't have all of the products that she have. I do have to kind of like interchange some products here and there, but for the most part, y'all, I'm super excited. I cannot wait to just pretty much just recreate just the entire look. So if you guys want to see how I pretty much just take what she taught me and pretty much just put it to use on my dry skin, then of course, let's get started.
Hey, I ain't scared, I'ma pop that shit. I ain't shy, pussy wide, cause I been there.
Yes, Jackie. Y'all, I'm living for that intro, okay?
I like this SPF from Dermalogica because it does.
Okay, so she's starting off with SPF. To be honest, I am the worst at SPF. I have to definitely do better. The only one that I have in my collection because I suck at doing SPF is going to be the Neutrogena Hydro Boost. Is the water gel lotion. Just going to apply this to my face, but again, y'all, I am the worst at SPF, so I know I have to definitely do better, which I will be doing in 2020. So yes, get y'all some SPF before Jackie come out here and get us in these streets, okay?
And to be a little bit more hydrating, and no, this isn't usually the amount I apply. I already have SPF on, so a girl always comes prepared, okay, honey? What I like to do is I actually like to mix my SPF with my favorite moisturizers. I really like the Regenerist Whipped Cream from Olay. You want to talk about creamalicious?
All right, so for me, I have the Laneige. It's going to be the Water Bank Moisture Cream. It's for normal to dry skin. Just going to apply this to my face. Okay, so she's starting off with the Hydrating Primer. I don't have the Fenty one. Why? I don't know. I have to definitely get my hands on it. But I do have the Tarte Quench Hydrating Primer. It's pretty much the Tarte of the Rainforest of the Sea line. This collection is pretty much for like dry skin people. So if you haven't tried this primer, get your hands on it. It's pretty amazing. So just going to use this as my primer for today. It is blue like this. I think it's pretty cool, that whole entire collection. So let's just prime our face. And I love hydrating face primers. That's pretty much all that I use. I told you guys, whenever I try a mattifying face primer, I just hate how my makeup look, especially like the foundation. It just looks so awful. But whenever I use a hydrating face primer, it just makes a world of a difference. So hydrating face primers are pretty much like my go-to staples in my collection.
Y'all are not moisturizing your lips during the summer months, let alone winter. But for the winter and for the good of the American people, or wherever you live, I don't know, Czechoslovakia, Tunisia, look, wherever you are, you gotta get something, and you gotta get it right now. Dry lips in the winter are just a different level. If I can see 3 different shapes in your lip.
Y'all know I cannot stand having dry chapped lips. I tell you guys all the time, I pretty much always have like chapped lips because my skin is just so dry. So certain lip products does not work for me. I love the Laneige. That one is really good. I like to use the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Mask to help with just giving my lips that nice conditioning and just like that deep treatment. I also like the Aquaphor Lip Repair Immediate Relief Lip Balm. So I'm going to use this today as my lip product option. And I also picked up in my Ulta haul, it was a Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Treatment. This one has an hyaluronic acid. But I use this one primarily at nighttime. So far it's okay. I'm still using it, but I'll definitely keep you guys updated on this product. But for today's video, I'll be using the Aquaphor Lip Repair Mask.
Okay, let's get into our base, honey. However you like to blend your base, you can go ahead and do that. Some people like to apply the product on the brush and then blend. I like to see exactly.
Okay, so I do have the Fenty Hydrating Longwear Foundation. I have mine in the color called 390. So we are going to apply this to our face. Now, I'm that person who applies it to my brush. then apply it to my face. I've never tried it this way, so we are gonna try it her way and see how it works.
How much foundation is going where? So I'll put it on my face first and then blend it out. So one of my favorite tricks is I'll spray my skin first and then I'll blend out my foundation so I get the benefits of whatever's in that spray bottled and mixed into our foundation.
Okay, so I'm going to use my Smashbox Photofinish Primer Water to spray my face.
You kind of want your foundation routine to also work like your skincare routine. Like, you don't want to do anything you wouldn't do on your bare skin. Also, another helpful tip, like before you get to powder, let's say you forgot to blend out a spot of foundation on your face, or your concealer didn't come out as perfect and as flawless as you wanted it to, but it already like dried down. You can just use your setting mist to reactivate everything, and then you can blend it out again. Mix everything. So good.
That feels so good. All right, so foundation is on. The only thing that I would typically do after my foundation is pretty much just take my beauty blender and just pretty much just pounce it on my face to just make it look more airbrushed. But since Jackie did not do that, we are not gonna do it today. So let's see what is next.
I like working with a lot of cream products in the winter because obviously they're a little bit more hydrating and less noticeable on the skin during the winter. These strobe lights from Milani are bomb, and they come in so many. I feel like there's like 6 or 7 of them. So the color that I'm going to use is Sun Glow.
Okay, so we're moving on into cream products, y'all. I'm so nervous. You all know I pretty much use powder for my bronzer, powder for my highlighter, powder for my blush. I don't typically use cream products. It's not my thing, so I'm kind of nervous, kind of scared because I don't want to mess it up or apply it wrong. But cream products is pretty much the go-to for dry skin girls, which makes sense because powder can make you look really like crepey, and like if you have really like dry patches, it can emphasize those dry patches and just kind of like sit in it. So I can see why, you know, cream product would be the way to go, but I just don't play with cream products, so I'm kind of nervous. But I don't have the Milani product. I do have something else instead. I have the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. It's going to be the Liquid Glow Illuminator. It's the prime and highlighter. I have mine in the color Golden Dare. So this one, they still sell it. You can get it at Walmart, pretty sure Target, Ulta, so they still sell this product.
In my opinion, and if you're here, that means you wanted it, I feel like cream highlighters look way less noticeable and lit from within versus powder. And I also kind of feel like as a society, as a country, and as a nation, I feel like people...
All right, so I do have a brush that's similar, so it's going to take a little bit. I'm so nervous.
I'm kind of moving away from that really beaming highlighted look that used to be really big 5 years ago, which is still really beautiful, but I just like to see the skin. Sometimes highlight overemphasizes the skin versus enhancing it. Do you see what I just did? Do you see what I've done? Get you a cream highlighter, cream or a liquid highlighter, like for real. All you need is a little paddle brush. Start small. I promise you, creams are not as scary as you think they are. I promise you. If you start with a little bit and build your way up, find the highest point of your cheekbone and just build and pat right in. Just build and pat, build and pat. See, I'm telling you, it's easier. Personally, I like to do both. You know, I kind of feel like the finger really cleans it up and fine tunes it a little bit more. Brushes are more ideal when I just want to keep my hands free of, well, it's a little too late for that. Now, ideally, I do like to do...
It's really pretty. All right, moving on.
I do love a cream concealer because they're way easier to control. Usually, not always, but usually a bit more hydrating. Another extra oomph you can add to your skin as you blend out your concealers is spray.
We can spray because Jackie just sprayed.
Hydrating mist and setting mist, okay? I'm gonna highlight the skin. I'm gonna take my Fenty Beauty Concealer. I feel like it's very hydrating. It's not super drying, of course. Radiant Creamy Concealer will always be a favorite of mine, particularly in the winter because they are just really movable, very creamy, and very hydrating. I'm gonna take Walnut, and I like this shade. This is a really nice golden honey for highlighting. I would also like to add some on my forehead to highlight, and my nose, and a little bit on the center of my chin.
All right, so I do have the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. I have mine in the color called Walnut. So let's just apply it. I'm not sure if she applied the Nars and the Fenty too. I'm not sure. I think she did both because she did mention the Fenty, so I'm going to apply my Fenty as well. I have it in the one that's 360. Just going to apply it on the bottom. I'm hoping she did both. If not, then oops.
Because I kind of feel like sometimes when you don't really understand like what makeup does and actually doesn't do, sometimes your expectations are a little bit higher, but don't be afraid of a little bit of creasing because it's totally normal. Like, it happens to everyone. As you can see, I added walnut here, a little bit of butterscotch there. I'm gonna mix the two. Oh wait, spray first.
Okay, we're spraying.
Mix the two for extra highlighting. Hopefully you guys are finding this helpful so far. Am I rambling? Am I talking too much? It's not like you can respond right here and right now, so I'll just keep going. Correct the rest of your face by taking the leftover, going all around where you apply that concealer. Now, when your skin isn't prepped properly, it isn't moisturized, when your base is like a little bit too matte, then the concealer is going to be harder to work around. But when you prep your skin properly and everything is hydrated, darling, and moisturized, darling, and nourished, darling, this is going to be a breeze to work through. Lots of cream products are what's going to keep this look more wintry than anything else. I feel like once you start going powdery, it starts looking more done up, more forest, you know.
All right, so we're moving on into our wonderful cream contour, which I'm so nervous about. I feel like Jackie is taking me out of my element because, y'all, this is definitely not in my comfort zone at all. I didn't even own any like cream contour bronzer products in my collection. I had to go to the store and buy one. So my Walmart had the New Positions Formula Organic Wear Sculpting Bronzer. It was so hard to find like a actual like cream contour product. I didn't want to use a concealer because I just didn't want to. So I did see this. It says it's their Sculpting Bronzer with jojoba oil on it. Here is the product right here. So it's pretty much like a first impressions also because I haven't tried it before. So let's see. Let me warm this product up a little bit. You just do it by rubbing it on the back of your hand to get it going. All right, let's see, y'all. Pray for me. Ooh, I don't think it's dark enough. And this was the darkest shade. Okay, this is not going to work. Oh my god, like it looks so much darker in the freaking tube. Okay, I have my Wet n Wild concealer. I'm just gonna use this. It's the only thing that I have in my collection that's a little bit deeper than my skin tone. So let's just apply it on top of it. I'm still gonna leave it because it's still a hydrating bronzer. So just gonna apply this on top of it and hopefully I can make it work because we are going downhill really fast. This is why I just stick to powder and just keep it moving because this is too much. And this is still not dark enough. So moving on.
Or when you just don't want too much powdery products in your skin, creams are the way to go. Now you can also use a contour stick if you'd like, but I have a really hard time finding colors that are like dark enough to show up in my skin tone, but aren't too dark.
I'm having that same problem too because this is not it at all. Now I see why she just used a freaking concealer. And I was trying to not use a concealer. I wanted to actually just use a actual contour stick, but clearly it looks deep in the package, but it's not deep enough. So that was an epic fail. And then my concealer that I have, it's the only darkest one that I have in my collection that's deeper than my skin tone, but it's still not deep enough to actually contour with. So yeah, if I choose to continue to cream contour, I would definitely have to try to get something that's even deeper, but definitely in a concealer form versus an actual like stick form, because that was not the move right there. And you can't even tell that I contoured my face, but it's okay. It's okay. We're just gonna keep it moving because at least I tried it. It actually wasn't bad at all like I thought it was, but it's not really, it wasn't really the correct thing. So I'm kind of disappointed about that, but it's okay. At least it still looks it looks pretty decent. So let's see what's next.
Fit me, it's somewhere in the middle. It's like really not that matte, but it's also not super hydrating either.
I do have the Maybelline one as well. I have mine in the one called 25 medium.
I'm just gonna touch up the under eye really gently real quick and take a damp sponge. I also dab off the excess on the back of my hand and then I press it into the skin because we don't want to bake. Like baking, also a tad bit dated, I'm not gonna lie. And then you can take whatever is extra and just go over the rest of the face. I tend to get the shiniest here, so definitely gonna focus some of that powder in the center of my forehead and then work my way outwards to set the rest of my face. And also don't forget that nosy. If you need more ice, next I usually go into bronzer. I'm gonna use this one from the Lip Bar. I use the shade.
I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty Coconutty, which I need in the worst way because that contour was an epic fail, but it's okay. So just gonna apply this to my face as my bronzer.
Take a brush. This does have shimmer in it, so if you don't like shimmer, just be aware.
I like how she just like pretty much like pushes the product into her skin. I'm always that person that pretty much like I go like that. I never really like just pounce it on my skin. So that's definitely something that's different for me. All right, y'all know I'm pretty much a brow pencil kind of girl, and you guys already know I hate doing my brows in general, and I typically do my brows first before I do my makeup application. So this is definitely kind of like backwards in my routine. Even like doing my base is also like last because I do my eyes. I do my brows first, eyes second, and I do my base last. This is totally different for me. So like I said, she's really putting me out of my comfort zone, but I'm proud of myself for at least trying her routine and trying it her way. But like I said, I do brows first, then I do eyeshadow, then I do my base last, and even like just application of the base and the technique is different. So I'm definitely learning a lot, I'll just say that. So I'm gonna do my brows off camera because y'all know me and my brows are not, it's not it. All right, so brows are on, so we're moving on to the next step.
When it's cold outside, for my cheeks, I almost 9 times out of 10 always go cream.
All right, so for my cream product, I have again by Physicians Formula. It might be a total fail like the freaking bronzer, but it's going to be the Organic Wear Dewy Blush Elixir with the super fruits. I have it in the color called Crushed Berries. It's going to be one of their new products as well. So let's see what Jackie does.
And trying something new because I'm like, hey, this isn't normally something that I would wear at home, but since I'm going to a drier climate.
All right, so it has a pump. I'm just gonna pump it out. All right, so it will not pump out, so I just pretty much just pop the damn bottom open, but here is the color of it, and she just did a little dot on her cheeks.
Now you can work with cream blush in 2 ways. I feel like you have more control over it when you place it on the face. Place it on your skin and then blend it out. Don't just dip the brush in there and then go, because it could literally end up anywhere. Dot it on your skin first and then you can blend it out.
All right, so this is the blush on. It's okay. Like I don't really see anything happening, so I would have to do a hard pass on the blush in the bronzer, but I do see the potential of what a cream blush can do.
So we're gonna move on to eyes. I'm gonna lay down a little bit of that powder just to say we have a little security blanket for the shadows we're gonna be using. For my eyes, I'm gonna be using my Moonspell palette from Lunar Beauty.
All right, so she's using that palette. I'm just going to use her palette. I don't have that palette and I don't really have any colors like that in my collection, so I'm just going to create my own green look using her eyeshadow palette. So all right, I just want to tell you guys right quickly, I use ginger in my crease. I'm just using edges as well just to give it a deeper look.
Even when you're not around. There are boundaries, I will try to knock them down. I'm latching on, babe. Now I know what I have found.
I'm taking color called Sponsored. It's that really pretty green color and putting it all over my lid.
Heart up when the rest of me is down. You enchant me even when you're not around. If there are boundaries.
Alright, next I'm gonna take the color called Dollars. It's that really pretty green color and just put it right in the middle. So almost like what she did, but just using this really pretty green color in the palette.
My heart up when the rest of me is down.
Alright, I'm going to take the color called Credit, that dark brown color. Just put it in my outer V.
I wanna lock in your love. I think we're close enough. Could I?
Alright, on my bottom lash line, I'm just going to take the color called Edges.
I wanna lock in your love. I think we're close enough. Could I lock in your love, baby?
And Ginger as well. I'm just going to put Trust Issues in my inner tear duct.
You lift my heart up when the rest of
Your foundation. For the final setting spray step, I want you to use a hydrating spray, not a mattifying or long wearing setting spray. I want you to use something that's more nourishing. So I'm going to go back to my Hangover RX and just bask in all of it, honey. I feel like this would be good as a body spray too. Like, I just need this as like a eau de toilette. And then I like to take my beauty blender and just, this is just an optional extra bougie step. You really don't have to do this.
Alright, you guys, so the lashes are on, earrings are on, hair is down. So let's move on to the lips.
Our last step is lips, and if you haven't guessed it, yes, of course we're gonna go glossy. Like, isn't it obvious? You can do the lip to go either satin, cream, not matte, because let me ask the audience, you feel me? So first I'm gonna start off by lining my lips with a brown nude lip pencil. This one's from LA Girl. I like this color. Was it from LA Girl? Yeah, it is from LA Girl. It's in the shade Coco. I'm gonna apply Herb liquid lipstick from Lime Crime. It is liquid.
Okay, so I have the LA Colors lip pencil in the color called Chocolate. Just gonna line my lips as well. Okay, so I have the Hard Candy Cashmere Silk Demi Matte Lip Color in the color called Biscotti. Such a really pretty color.
When I really want my lipsticks to last longer, I'll put a cream on top. So I grabbed Peach Please from Minted.
Okay, so I have the Sephora Lip Stories in the number called 4. This one is called Somewhere in Spain. It's going to be a cream lipstick. It's more like a nudie color. I don't have like a peach color, surprisingly. This is the closest thing I have to peach, but it's more like a nude. So
and then of course the grand finale, our gloss, is going to be from Pat McGrath. The shade that I'm using is Faux Real. It's kind of, I love selling these. These smell so good. It's pretty light, but on top of all this, like, it's really just going to work as like an accent color. Also,
alright, and I have the L'Oreal Infallible 8 Wear Pro Gloss in the color called Dulce de Leche. And that one looks like this. Alright, you guys, this is pretty much the completed look. I just love how everything turned out. I think my skin looked so pretty. Like, I'm just like, I can't stop looking at it. I just like the fact that it does not look powdery at all. It just looks so like natural and like, it looks like skin. Like, it looks really, really good. All the products worked really well except for the bronzer because it was the wrong color. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of upset because the color was just the wrong thing, and I just kind of felt like it just threw off my entire look, but we still pulled it together. The actual blush, I told you guys at first I was like no about the blush, but I actually used it off camera because I had to let my camera charge, and I applied some more to my skin. I think it looks good. Like, it looks so good. Like, look at that. So I actually don't mind the blush at all. Like, I do like the blush, but the bronzer will have to be a no for me. Even though it blended out really nicely, the color was just wrong. But yeah, you guys, like, what do you think? I think everything looks really good. Everything looks like skin. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to give it 2 thumbs up. I just love all of her tips and tricks. Only thing is, I'll probably just stick to my actual routine in terms of like brows first, then eyeshadow, then my base, versus doing the base, then brows, then eyeshadow, because it was a little bit harder for me to maneuver that way. But nonetheless, we still got it done. But I would definitely take some of her techniques and tips and tricks and apply it to my actual makeup routine. And I'm actually going to go and get some more cream products because, y'all, like, I just love, like, I love how my skin look. Even like my friend was like, girl, like, your skin looks really good. So definitely 2 thumbs up if you have dry skin. Girl, try Jackie's routine. It was amazing. Again, skin looks so good. Tell me what you guys think when you guys watch this video. Let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.